Hello all, welcome to Embedded Linux Learning Point. In this video, we will see syntax of shell command. A typical syntax of shell command looks like this. You have a command and after that you can give a minus option, and then if there are any arguments that you need to pass to the command, you will specify followed by the option. Or there is a way to, like, you have a command and there is a parameter. Some commands doesn't take any options, so that is the reason you don't need to have an option given for the command. Some commands are ls is for the listing, a long listing, and cat, basically if you want to view a file content without modifying it or without writing to it, you can use cat. The pwd is present working directory. CP is the copying, move for mv, date, and these are some of the commands that can be used in the command line. And the parameters will go something like -a or -a, -l, -s, -all, -help. So these are the options or the parameters that go into the command. But in a typical command line interface or the terminal, what you see is something like this. You will see something like a username at host name, and then the colon, and then tilde sign, and the dollar sign, and then you will enter a command and with parameters. Okay, here is a typical example of how the terminal looks when you want to enter a command. So I'll open the terminal and I'll show you how it looks. The command I'm using here is ls -l, ls -l. Okay, so now it gave, the terminal gave the results. So here, if you see, British, it's the uh, first part of the terminal. What you see, this is the username. So as you know, in Linux you can have multiple users. So here, this field means like the current user who is using the computer or the system. And the next, the symbol that you see is @ no speciality into it. And the next thing that you see is elp. So this is the name of the computer on which you're working. So in my case it is elp, and this, the computer name is decided, or when you install it you select the name of the computer. So that's how I named it, my PC as elp. And after that you see this colon, it's just a separator, nothing special about it. And you can see this tilde. So this is the folder where you currently are. So in this case, tilde means the user home directory. In Linux, user home directory is represented with this symbol, with the tilde symbol. And of course, in this field, I can show you here. I can move to some of the directory here, cd2 for example, bin, and you can see the this changes. I mean, so anything between the colon and the dollar symbol is your directory where you're working. So that's the significance of this field. The next field, what you see here is the dollar symbol. So this shows the user authorization level of the user on the machine. So in my case, it is a dollar symbol, which which represents its normal user account with limited rights. So I'm not allowed to basically modify any system level changes or anything like that. For that, I need to use sudo in Ubuntu, or move the the permission level to super user. And if I log in as a super user, I would also see this symbol with the pound or the hash. So that indicates that the current user is a super user mode. And the next thing you see is the actual command. Here it is ls. Ls is the list and minus L is for long listing. So by just giving ls with this, I just see the current directory. It lists the directories in the current directory. And if we do ls minus L with the option for long listing, it gives much more information on the on the types, files, and folders, and the sizes, and the user, and the permission levels, and things like that. So that's the thing here. And if I want to show you something like parameters, for example, I can choose copy CP, where it would require two parameters. So let me go to documents, ELP. Maybe I'll have some file. Yeah, here I have the test files. So I can choose copy and then an option minus V. V is for verbose, and the test underscore file. And I want to rename it, copy it to test1.txt. So let's see what happens. You see, with the verbose, it said like test file is copied to test1.txt. So that is how you enter commands in the terminal. I hope now you're clear about the syntax of shell command and what are the things that it takes. One is it takes us any command can take an option and argument, and this gets executed in the shell and you get the output, or you get things done. Well, if you like the content, if you think that it is useful to someone, please do like and share. Also subscribe to the channel if you're not done yet. Thanks for watching.